Thank you so much for joining us for this webinar. We are with Career Services at West Texas A&M University, and we're here to tell you how Career Services can help you. So our mission in Career Services is to connect, equip, and empower students for professional success. We had a student recently tell us that we are like the tutors for the job search. So we are all about here, we're here to support you and to help you. And I'm going to start by telling you a little bit about the members on our team and our different functions. Our team is made up of several different professionals who do different things to help students in our office. So we have employees who are committed to career coaching for students. We have a particular employee who's focused on the career exploration process. So if there are specific questions you have about how to choose a major or what job is really most interesting to you, we have resources and a staff member that can help with that. We have 2 staff members who are currently employed in Career Services, and their job is to go out and talk with employers about recruiting WT students. So we are connected with industry and have lots of partners and sponsors and participants in our events that we can help connect you with as you have questions and so forth. We're also very involved in planning fairs and different events for students. So we have events where we teach students about networking. We have things like mock interview night. And our biggest event is the Career Expo, which is our general career fair every year. So we do lots of things to help students get connected with employers. We also have an employee who's focused on helping students find internships. And then we also will help you through every phase of the job search. So whether or not you need help building a resume or practicing for an interview, we can help with all of those different resources. Many of these resources are available on our website, which is www.wtamu.edu/career. And we will make sure that you have that link. So let's start with this whole idea of career exploration. Many times students come to college, they know that they need a college degree, but they're not exactly sure what they want to study. So I want you to know that we are committed to help you through this process as you choose a major, as you start looking at internship opportunities and so forth. We want to help you through this career exploration process. We think that one of the tough questions in life is what you actually want to do with your life. And so we really want to help you with that. We are big fans of the Design Your Life curriculum, where you can actually think through, what is it that you would like to do? What are your gifts and your strengths and your talents, and how do you want to put those to work? Again, you can make an appointment for career coaching with Career Services, and we would love to help you to start to explore this question. Just to set your mind at ease, only 1 in 5 young people between the ages of 12 and 26 have a clear vision of where they want to go, what they want to accomplish in life, and why. And we share that just so that you can take a deep breath if you're not exactly sure what you want to do with your life, and you can know that join the crowd. Many people are still trying to figure it out much later in life. So the idea, a lot of students are told to follow their passion, but the research shows that most people don't have one. And so it can be really challenging when people are giving you this advice and you're like, I'm not really passionate about anything. And so just know that if you're in a situation where you don't feel really confident about what it is you want to do, you're at a great place to get started. We say to students that if you think you should know where you're going, that is a dysfunctional belief. And we would encourage you to reframe that, to really say to yourself, I won't always know where I'm going, but I always can know whether I'm going in the right direction. So really it's about taking the next step. It's about figuring out, okay, what do I need to do to figure out what I want to major in or what I want to do for a career? And again, we can help you with some resources that we have in our office. I'll now introduce Abby Betts in our office, and she is our Senior Career Development Coordinator, and she'll tell you a little more about career exploration.
Thanks, Amber. So as Amber was saying, you might be asking yourself, so how do I figure it out? And so you want to get curious. You want to start asking questions. You need to learn more about yourself to do this. So what are your strengths? What do you enjoy doing and what makes you happy? And one of the things that will help you do that is the Clifton Strengths. WT is a strengths school, and so we do have access to that. Some important stats from Clifton Strengths is that the State of the American Workplace Report finds that just 4 in 10 employees strongly agree they have the opportunity to do what they do best every day. And so we want to help you to be one of those 4 and to really make that number higher. And it shows that people who focus on their strengths are 3 times as likely to report having an excellent quality of life and are 6 times as likely to be engaged in their jobs. And so, in order to learn more about yourself, we want you to explore your strengths. And once you know your top 5 strengths, we want you to learn more about yourself and just learn how those work for you and how you can utilize those in the workplace, which leads to career-focused strengths coaching. And so we do have certified strengths coaches within our office, and they can actually help you to understand ways in which you can utilize your strengths in the workplace. Just because you have X top 5 strengths doesn't mean you're going to do Y job. It doesn't work that way. And so we want to help you to just understand ways that you can use those strengths wherever you end up working. And so another thing that we can help you with in just getting curious and learning more about yourself is the My Plan assessment. In career services, we do have a code for that so that you can take those assessments for free. And there are 4 of them. There is the interests, values, personality, and skills assessments. And these will kind of just help you to understand what major or career path is best for you, as well as giving you ideas for careers you could pursue. And this allows you to come up with a plan A, B, and C so that if your initial plan doesn't happen, maybe you move to a desert and you're a marine biologist. And so we want to help you have a plan B and be ready to jump into another career. Next, I'm going to hand it off to Steve Sellers. He is our internship coordinator, and he is also our internship guru.
That's great. So I try to help students with internships, and we think internships are just so important to focus on and to try to participate in. Actually, and I share this quote with students a lot, but about 95% of employers have said that they would like to see a candidate who has some type of experience in their field. Not that you have to be an expert or anything, but 95%, I mean, a lot of employers are looking for students that have some type of experience in their field, and internships are a great way to find that. I do a workshop called How to Find an Internship workshop. I do it every other week on campus. And then we also have an online version as well too. And if you want to explore more about internships, I would encourage you to attend that workshop. And I tell students I don't have any magic answers in the workshop, but I think what you'll walk away with is, I think you'll walk away with strategies on how to get the search started. I don't know if you're like I was, but when I was looking for an internship, I was just overwhelmed. I didn't really know how to even start that. It just seemed like kind of too big of a task. So in this workshop, what you'll walk away with are like 4 or 5 ideas of here's things that I can do today to start moving forward in the search. So I would really encourage you to attend that. I wanted to talk just a little bit about why internships are important. And I'm not going to talk about all of these reasons that are listed on the slide here, but a couple of them that that stand out to me is, one is career confirmation. I mean, if you're not 100% sure of what you want to do once you graduate, like Amber said earlier, join the rest of us that feel that exact same way. But what better way to figure out what you like and what you don't like than to do an internship? You could do an internship and you may participate in one and think, wow, I can really see myself doing this after graduation. I love this. And if that's the case, that is awesome. But maybe you do an internship and after a semester you think, oh, this is way different than what I thought it was going to be like. I mean, that's okay. So you can change direction and look at a different focus. I mean, that's the beauty of an internship. Even if you participate in one that, isn't just like the career that you want to do for the rest of your life, it still helps you move forward towards finding that kind of dream career. That stands out to me as a big benefit for internships. Another one is just the contacts that you'll make. And you've heard this before, I'm sure, but people hire people that they know, that they have some type of connection with. Internships are an awesome way to start developing that network of connections. Your internship supervisor, people that you meet on the internships, clients, customers, that's just a wonderful way to start making contacts. And those contacts might translate into a full-time job later on. And then the last reason is, I love this one in the bottom right here. Former interns enjoy a $7,800 higher starting salary in their first full-time job. $7,800. I mean, that's significant. If you participate in an internship, I mean, it doesn't guarantee that your first full-time job is going to be $7,800 higher than, but I mean, there's a good chance that you're going to make more money from having participated in an internship. So I think there's everything to gain and nothing to lose by participating in internships.
Hi, my name is Sam Green. I am Senior Career Services Coordinator for Career Services, and we just want to touch on marketable skills because we think they are so important in your career journey. So there's a dysfunctional belief that many of us go by. It says that you should focus on your need to find a job, when really you should reframe that thought to be, I need to focus on the hiring manager's need to find the right person. So how do you do that? You want to start with the end in mind. And so that sounds a little backwards from what we typically go with, but what we mean by that is start thinking about what skills are needed in my industry. Go and find some job descriptions that align with positions that you might be interested in, and start to identify those common denominator skills. Maybe they're technical skills, maybe they're soft skills or more people-oriented skills. And you'll start to find that these common themes come out of these job descriptions. And so once you have those skills in mind, then you can start thinking about, what am I doing to intentionally develop those skills? And you may find that you're already developing some of those skills. And so it may also be that you need to start finding ways to develop these skills that are needed within your industry. NACE, or National Association of Colleges and Employers, have identified these top 8 marketable skills. So whether or not you're able to find those common denominator skills, like I said, you can always come back to these top 8 marketable skills, because every employer is going to need these skills from an employee. And so when you look through these lists of skills, you might notice that many of these skills come from experiences like Steve was talking about, like internships, or maybe it's just through your classwork, or maybe you gain some critical thinking and problem solving skills through your volunteer work. So these don't necessarily have to come from work experience, but this gives you a list to work with, and it helps you to think more intentionally about, what skills am I developing now as a student, and how are those going to translate into the industry that I want to go into? And so that kind of gets us into that reframed mindset of thinking about, what can I bring to the table for the employer, and less thinking about, oh, I need to find a job. We want to think about, how can we meet that employer's needs? And that's by bringing these great skills that employers are seeking, developing them while we're still in school, and bringing those to the table once we're ready to step foot into our industry. And again, you can gain these skills through a number of venues. It doesn't necessarily have to be work, but it can be internships, part-time jobs, campus involvement. So maybe you're involved in a student organization. That's a wonderful way to gain some of these marketable skills, or other technologically based skills. Again, volunteer work is a completely legitimate way to think about developing your skills. So just be more intentional about thinking of ways to get yourself in a position where you can really hone those skills and work on those, and have them nice and polished for when you're ready to go into your industry. So one way that we are working to help students develop these marketable skills is through a workshop series called Skills That Pay Bills. Every semester we introduce a new skill. This last semester we worked on critical thinking and problem solving, and professionalism and work ethic. And each semester we're going to reintroduce that professionalism and work ethic workshop, as well as bringing in another one of those top 8 marketable skills. So we encourage you to keep an eye out and handshake for those event dates. We'll have them every semester. We want you to come. We want to help you develop those skills. This is just another really great way for you to, again, start thinking forward, start thinking about, what am I doing to develop the skills that employers are interested in? We'll also help you identify ways that you can talk about these skills in your interviews. How can you talk about this on your resume? That's what really matters when you're thinking about the future. And so join us for that Skills That Pay Bills workshop. And this next section is going to be covered by Kim Moeller. She's our Associate Director, and she'll give us a little more information about some of the resources on job searches.
All right, the number one resource that we offer for you in terms of a job search is Handshake. This is a database that we pay into every year so that WT students can use it. Employers from around the country post jobs here, and at 900 other schools. So we get a wide range of employers from across the nation. Most of the jobs that they post are for new college grads. Occasionally there are a few where they're looking for somebody with more experience, but this is going to be different than like an Indeed or somewhere like that, because most of the jobs, they are looking for somebody right out of college. It's also a great place to research companies You can read reviews that have been written by actual employees. There's a Q&A section where you can ask and answer questions from your peers, both at WT and from across the country. The other thing that you can find out about here, as Sam talked about with Skills That Pay Bills, you can find workshops and events. This is going to be a place where you can read about them. You can register, RSVP, let us know that you're coming. We also have job fairs. This is a great job search resource. We have 2 major career fairs every year, career expos. We have one in the fall and one in the spring. Typically we have, probably between 90 and 100 employers that come to those. They come on campus. You can find out in Handshake who is coming. You can do some research ahead of time and then get all the details about when and where to be. We also offer more major specific kinds of events. We have an educators expo in the spring. We have an accounting fair. We also have a graduate and professional schools fair. So if you're thinking about graduate school as an option, this can be a really great resource to get that kind of information. Another thing you can do in Handshake is you can make appointments. Our staff is open to appointments, and we'll talk about what those look like in a minute or two. But this is a resource for you to go in and be able to do that, as well as to sign up for mock interviews. We have a mock interview program where we bring actual employers to campus or on Zoom, depending on the time of year, and offer those interviews to you so that you can practice and then get honest feedback from folks who really are in the business of helping hire individuals for their organizations. All right, we talked about appointment types. This is just a quick list of all the things that you can do. Sometimes I think it's a little overwhelming because there are a lot of choices, but as you see in the little screenshot there, each one of these, you have a short description in Handshake. So you can look and read through these and figure out what's the best option for you. There's a lot of opportunities for appointments. All of our staff have availability throughout the week. During the long semesters, we have evening availability as well. And so it shouldn't be too hard for you to find an appointment time. Finally, we have a career success webinar series. You can register for these in Handshake, as we talked about. We do record our videos, or we record our webinars, and so you will find those on our YouTube channel. These workshops that are listed here are scheduled throughout this summer, and they'll be on YouTube a few days after the webinar. And you can look for some of the more popular ones to repeat and be offered at different times. We would love to have you come in person because that way, of course, you can ask questions, you can interact with us. But if that's not possible, you could learn something by going to our YouTube channel and viewing the webinars there. Now it's my pleasure to introduce Dr. Brooke Depew. Brooke is our assessment specialist for the division.
Thank you, Kim. So we've worked really hard at our office to bring you the facts to help you be able to do good research about what it is that and who you can apply for. And so we've partnered with the Texas Workforce Commission to get true data about what happens to our graduates so you can see the footprints of those that have come before you and know where you have the opportunity to go. And so I wanted to share a little bit of this in-depth data with you. So this is a sample of our dashboard. You can actually go out to our website and filter through 6 years of graduate data and see what happened to these graduates. It's a great opportunity to do what Abby said, get curious. You can go out there and you can search through different majors and see what their outcomes are, how often they're finding full-time jobs, how often they're going out to grad school, and then what is the average salary that they're making in each industry that they go off to find employment in. Also, if you're considering going on to graduate school or getting an advanced degree, this can help show you the different employment opportunities that you may have when you get that advanced degree, if you're going to have a higher salary because of it or have opportunities to work in different fields to kind of show some different opportunities for you. You also have the option to compare WT average and medium salaries to the national average and medium salaries that are provided by NACE. And so that's a really unique thing to see what it is that WT grads are doing compared to the national average. And then you can also see top employers who hire in your major or hire WT overall or majors that you're exploring. And so the data is a really unique way to be able to explore and get curious and figure out where you could go with your degree or what degrees might be great for you. So I'm going to go ahead and bring it back to Amber so she can tell us about the Buff Gets Hired program.
Thank you, Brooke. So we do want you to know that we get excited every time our students get jobs. These could be part-time jobs to help them work their way through school, internships, or full-time jobs after students graduate. So we have invested in some great gifts for students when you report your job, but we want to know when our students get jobs, we want to know and we want to celebrate you. We try to highlight these students on social media if they're comfortable with us doing that. But again, we just want to celebrate with you. It's a big deal when someone gets a job, and we of course want to get excited with you and for you. So we're excited to tell you that we are in the process of working with the other A&M system schools to plan a virtual career fair. We're looking at doing that sometime in the first part of June. Be sure that you're paying attention to those emails that you're getting from us and from Handshake. Those emails will be sent out encouraging you to sign up for that. We want you to take advantage of the opportunities that are going to be presented. Also, we encourage you to follow us on our social media so that you can keep up with the different employer information sessions that we have coming. We are getting to talk with some real experts in different industries, and it's been really interesting at the ones we've done so far. If you're looking for a teaching position, for example, we have interviewed a couple of different school districts, and so they can give you a lot of inside information about how to get a job in that particular industry. So more will be coming on that this summer. We can't wait to be able to see you again in our office, but we, of course, are going to wait until it's safe to do so. So hopefully, at least in the fall, there will be more of the in-person workshops that you can join us for. But if you're in a position now, let's say that you're coming to WT and you need a job, please reach out to us. We'd love to coach you in finding a part-time job on campus. If you're a recent graduate, congratulations on your graduation. Also, we would love to help you as far as looking at different career opportunities for you in this challenging economic time. So if you'd like to contact us, our website is listed here, as well as our email address that we check daily, and we can connect with you there. Our phone number is 651-2345. It's an easy number to remember. And we are located in CC 113. We are in the Student Success Center, right across from Advising Services and just down from the hub. So we'd love for you to come and visit us once campus reopens. But in the meantime, know that there are so many things that we want to do to help you. If you have questions, I would just encourage you, reach out to us at any of these different contact methods, and we will certainly get back in touch with you as soon as possible. Thanks so much for taking time to review this information, and we hope to see you soon.